What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Redonkulous Gaming channel. You've got Redonk, and today marks the release of widely anticipated game from Iron Galaxy, Extinction, which is set to hit the digital and physical shelves with a $60 price tag to boot. Extinction is certainly a big game loaded with features, but it is hard to not draw comparisons to a number of games that have all been well received already on the market today. But before we get too far into the review, take a moment, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Twitter at Redonk Gaming, toss us a like on Facebook. Most of all, visit us at www.redonkulousgaming.com for more content like this. The game in which it is most similar to is Attack on Titan, but a couple other games also come to mind. That being said, if we take a step back to just examine Extinction as a standalone game, we find a game that is robust with content and is simply fun to play. In this review, we will be doing our best to do just that. So without further ado, what is Extinction? In Extinction, you take on the role of the last of the Sentinels. Sentinels are the world's sworn protectors against the feared Ravenii. Avil has made it his mission to protect the citizens from this threat and ultimately form alliances to end the Ravenii's reign of terror once and for all. The Ravenii are gruesome giant orc-like creatures who pose a major threat to the people, and they only have Avil to protect them. In order to take down the Ravenii, Avil must first acquire the power needed to behead the giant orcs. Ravenii are slow-natured, but they pack a major punch, and one hit can end Avil's attempts to save mankind. The campaign revolves around our hero Avil and his quest to save the people from the wrath of the Ravenii. In order to do so, Avil must first earn the favor of the king. But first, the king must take notice of Avil's efforts and come to understand the threat of the Ravenii. There are 7 total chapters in the campaign, each with roughly 4 levels to complete. In each level, you'll be tasked with a main objective in addition to several bonus objectives. These objectives can range from evacuating townspeople, slaying minions, or even Ravenii. In order to kill Ravenii, Avil must first store the power needed to decapitate the giant threat. Avil earns power from dispatching of jackals, which are smaller minions, or successfully evacuating townspeople away from harm. Once Avil's power gauge is full, he will have the ability to eliminate Ravenii, but first he must make them vulnerable. This is done by destroying armor worn by the Ravenii and cutting off their limbs. This will temporarily stop the advance and destruction of the Ravenii until they're able to rejuvenate. However, when a Ravenii is vulnerable, they are still very dangerous and capable of killing Avil in a single blow. With the Ravenii crippled, Avil will need to scale the massive beast and expose the neck. Once this is done, Avil can perform the killing blow and permanently dispatch of the Ravenii. To ensure Avil stands a chance of defeating the Ravenii, the player will work to earn experience, which then can be used to unlock and upgrade skills. There are a wide variety of skills that can be used to enhance Avil's battle prowess, the most basic of which is increasing Avil's health pool. Other skills, such as increased damage or advanced combat skills, will increase Avil's effectiveness on the battlefield, allowing him to do more damage and perform new combos. Outside of the main campaign mode, which increases in difficulty as you progress, there are 3 other game modes available. The first of which is a daily challenge, which, as you may suspect, changes daily and allows you to compete among the entire Extinction community. In this game mode, you are assigned a score and rank based on your performance, which is then visible to the other Extinction players. Next, Extinction actually has a game mode called, Extinction. This game mode is a survival mode where your only goal is to kill as many enemies as you can without dying. If you die, it's game over. Upon death, you'll be issued a score and a rank on the leaderboards. The last play mode is Skirmish. Skirmish allows you to compete with friends in random battlegrounds. You'll be able to share your seed number and then compete for the high score by issuing challenges. Other game features include dynamic side missions where you complete numerous side missions with varied objectives, earning upgrades to aid you in your campaign. Skill-based combat, where you travel horizontally, vertically, perform wall runs, use your whip as a vault to execute devastating air assaults, master dynamic combat maneuvers to effectively traverse the giant beasts and expose their weak points. Interactive environment, where you move freely around a fully destructible environment and use objects throughout the world to your strategic advantage. And the last feature we'll highlight are innumerable battle scenarios, where every battlefield is different from the last, ensuring a unique combat situation each time you play. Now, Extinction is a very big game, but with that comes a large price tag. The campaign is entertaining and robust enough to sink hours into the game without touching the other game modes. The combat is very entertaining to look at, but relatively straightforward, with a single button acting as your main attack. Combos are performed not with multiple buttons, but by timing and holding the exact same button in repetition. Now, this is definitely secondary to the experience of actually bringing down a Ravenii, which is done by slowing down time, manipulating gravity, and with your left trigger button, deploy the type of attack needed to break armor and ultimately behead the giant orcs. The overall approach to combat is relatively simplistic, with jumping and dodging mixed in to really add a little bit of flavor. But despite its simplicity, combat is still very enjoyable to watch as Avil slices and dices his way through jackals and Ravenii alike. With all that being said, we have to keep the game's cost of $60 in mind. For some, this may not be a $60 experience, especially given that the game, despite its online features, is still a single-player game. The campaign will provide the most entertainment unless you're someone who really truly enjoys chasing the rank on the ladder. Overall, Extinction is a well-done game with amazing graphics and artistic combat style. Despite all of its positive attributes, the cost acts as a deterrent and plays into our overall review. With that in mind, Redonkulous Gaming gives Extinction a score of 7.9 out of a possible 10. If you enjoyed today's video, please make sure you subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter at Redonk Gaming. Toss us a like on Facebook, but please visit us at www.redonkulousgaming.com.